Yes, Sultan. Do you have anything nice to say about me looking at me at first?
I actually have a lot of nice things to say about most people. I don't make an exception with you.
Okay.
The fact that you're trying to make sense out of an aspect of life which is not normally touched upon, you might come across as a bakchor who's like really putting it out there and putting out your mind and saying what you would say in a manner that you would say it so casually. But the element of seriousness that you have and what you're trying to bring out, that's pretty cool.
I love the fact that I have editing rights to this. I'm gonna edit this. So, sorry, girl, no cameras allowed.
Okay.
Sorry, no cameras. But lovely having you, Sultan.
Pleasure.
But how does it feel to be the second most good-looking guy in this room? Because we have Dhruv here.
I'm kind of used to it. I'm kind of used to the fact that I've always grown up with very good looking people. I grew up with my mom and two sisters. I've had a lot of beauty around me, and it comes second nature for me to allow good looking people to coexist.
Interesting. So you grew up with mom and two sisters.
Two sisters.
Older?
One older, one younger.
वो दिख रहा है एक तो older दिख रहा है because तमीज भी है बदतमीजी भी है
That's the worst thing to do, to have achieving older sibling,
हाँ
because you always get compared.
to the
Right? Didi kaisi kar rahi hai? Right? So when you have an older sister or a brother who's doing well, especially in studies, all your life you're living with that comparison, saying, look how good she is. And you need to be like that.
I will go out on a limb and say that
Yeah.
you were better in extracurriculars and sports. पढ़ाई में you tried last minute, but भगवान भरोसे types था. Am I?
100%. 100%.
But
And
this was
so I think what I liked about myself and was that I accepted it. I did not fight that.
okay.
And when I look back, it's called self-awareness today as a personality trait where you know what you're good at and what you're not good at. Very early in my schooling, I would say later in my schooling, in my high school, I realized that I was not that good with academics, and I was better off speaking and participating in a lot of inter-school cultural events, and I built a career around that now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You just mentioned two sisters, mom. Something tells me you have two daughters. Something sitting behind you.
Yes. So I grew up with three women, and life takes its turn. I have three women at home now.
Also, I believe the fact that growing up with a single parent mom and my aunt, who were polar opposite, and I can't say much because one of them will watch this sometime. I hope so. कोई तो family को देखना चाहिए.
Yeah.
I think it shapes you as a boy growing up. It teaches you something that organically comes to them, that would be somewhere there's a grace and gentleness with empathy. Seeing that, you try to inculcate it, and it somehow now it comes in all your relationships, which is a bit more natural. It's not forced. I think I got this just because of being around them so much, and they were there to guide and do this. Do you also think it has shaped you to have your adult relationships because you grew up in that household where you had so much feminine touch? Or did you have to work?
A lot.
Yeah?
A lot. I think who I am is shaped a lot based on my understanding in relationships with women. And I do realize that I studied in an all-boys school.
Same.
It shapes you a lot. I think a lot of men who grow up without having that feminine aspect in their life grow up to be very, what's that word?
Starts with C.
Harder and not as rigid is the word in understanding people around them.
So they can't understand, right? Sometimes, like I also know where your blockage is. You can't understand somebody's thing.
I think the empathy is so evident in women. It comes very naturally for women. That develops a lot more in men when you do have that influence. And I'm quite fortunate I've had that growing up. I think interaction with people and your experiences can shape and nurture, even professionally for me, some of my best work at work, my best partnerships with co-founders and partners at work have been women. And I think they do a fantastic job. And here's something that I have to mention to you because you brought the context out of rigidity and the way we get shaped. We are increasingly living and going to live a lot more in a feminine world because the kind of world that we're creating for ourselves, very unintentionally created by men, is very feminine in nature, right? So let's look at an extreme sense of masculinity is war between two countries, right? So the latest example of what happened in the Iran-US war, the war is being fought by drones and missiles, not physically by men.
Right.
A woman can operate it as well as any man can, with as precision, right? So even our warfare is increasingly getting suited to the style of women becoming equal to men.
So the whole gendered thing is being neutralized.
It's just we're building a world which is bringing down the masculinity need of a man and making it a lot more of an equal field. So I see it to be a lot more um, the creature comforts that you and I crave for today. Even putting up a moisturizing cream in the morning after your shave, it was not considered to be manly in the past,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed.
Uh, so almost everything is getting softer, right? Today we use these terms as metrosexual, and there's a softer side to a man that's getting.
But
Look
that's
at
visceral,
leadership in the
Yeah.
corporate world.
But our softer sides, or men's softer sides, are sometimes visceral. It's not something in your face. It might come across as subtlety in certain delicate situations. It might be handling a complicated relationship or anything at a
Right,
workforce,
yeah.
right? Sorry. I wanted to ask you, what would you mentioned the feminine sides to a guy. What would your biggest or the strongest quality be that is a bit more feminine in dealing with things?
Since you're asking me the question, my ability to understand people's emotions as to why they're doing what they're doing. And I think it's important because I work in the space of education, and if I'm not going to understand children, I'm going to be giving gyan. And kids don't want gyan,
Yeah.
right? Lived experiences help you. And you can't help or support anyone if you don't understand them. And I think that's the first step the first step to being an entrepreneur for me is to have empathy, because if you don't understand the problem, you're not going to solve it. To understand the problem, you need to have the ability to put yourself there in that shoes, which is literally what empathy means.
I've run a business for 2.5 years. That was my first stint at entrepreneurship. I felt I was quite empathetic. That was something, that's feedback I got. But what I want to ask you is, since you also have numbers and age on me and experience, does this skill, let's put empathy as a skill, can you grow in it? Can you get more empathetic, or somewhere it just plateaus and you have your ways of doing things in a professional lens to get things done?
Yeah. The answer to your question was in the question itself. You said, can we grow? We do.
I don't see myself growing in the
Right.
last 4 years or something. It's just been me operating on.
So what you're talking about is you are today 1 day older than yesterday.
I hope so.
You have no control over that, whether you hope or not. Aging is not in your control. But whether you've grown a day from yesterday is in your control. And growth is learning, adding meaning, and evolving as a person. And the beautiful thing about life is that we all grow if we allow ourselves to. The day when you think that I have arrived is the day you stop growing. So the fact that you asked a question, can I be more empathetic, is itself evident that you are on that
There is
path.
scope
Yeah.
of. So you got to be aware of a problem before you actually.
The first
wanna
step to solving a problem is. That's why doctors get paid. And the medical guy who actually gives you the medicine gets
Yeah.
paid peanuts, right? So
Interesting. I want to understand, who was the person when you were 18 and how different is he from the person now?
it's a world of difference.
18, 20, वो time पे ना?
The one thing that's common between that person and me is that entrepreneurial
कुछ करना है.
कुछ करना है. Those days it was to पैसे बनाने हैं, but it's now about how do I make a difference. But that कीड़ा, that The junoon is the right word, not keeda.
Junoon to try new things, to just fuck around
Yeah.
in just figuring
And
things
not
out.
scared of
नहीं हुआ तो नहीं
failing.
हुआ.
Yeah, not scared of failing. And I think that's who I am. So if you want me to describe myself in one sentence, I want to try something without feeling, and it's far, far more difficult when you're successful. And when you're successful multiple times, it becomes far more difficult for you to try something new because you need to live up to a standard that you set for yourself.
But you've also, the parts of it you failed, and that's why you're successful.
No, I
right?
failed a lot more times than
Yeah, so it's a
than
part,
successful.
so you
But
also understand.
you've reached at a certain point, right? You know what I mean?
But okay, sorry, what would failing for you be right now? If you're, what is it today?
I think I moved beyond that stage of failing financially because
Huh.
I think I can live.
So what could that?
I think it's about letting myself down on not putting in that 100% effort. I think that would be failing for me today. There's a very beautiful word in Urdu called niyat. And that is all. In fact, the intent with which, so for example, I'm a practicing Muslim and we give charity, we give, zakat, and we give,
Sorry,
right? Zakat.
Zakat is like an
It's
offering?
charity.
Okay, charity.
It's a charity.
Zakat.
You give out zakat. So the interesting thing about it is it's not how much you give, it's with the intent with which you give. So if I give it to you with the intent of showing the world that I've given you,
Or wanting
then it's
something
not
back.
considered.
Yeah. Zakat.
Yeah.
Fair. I think that's the saying, the underlying universal.
Yeah, it's a very underlying. So for me today, have I given my best shot at what I'm trying to do, and is it moving and solving or enabling something? Is what if I don't do it, then I think that would be failure.
Do you now work out to just be healthy or also to look a certain way? For my age, 90% is look a certain way, but it also comes with functional strength, etc. But what do you do?
So for me, a good workout is something that in the evening at 7 or 8, I can go back home and play with my girls. I should have enough energy for that.
So
that means I run the whole day exactly the way I would want it and not falling off, when I'm back home at 6 or 7. That's the...
And it's ironic, right? Because you go to the gym, you work out so much, फिर घर आते कुछ करने का वो ही नहीं है. And my mom says, घर आके क्या कर रहे हो? Gym क्यों जा रहे हो तुम? But nice, that's a new thing that I've got.
So what I was talking about is, do I have energy enough to last me the whole day? That's a good workout. If it's draining you out, and if you're like falling apart by the end of the day, then your workout is not right, or your sleep's not right, or your diet's not right.
If I were to right now ask you, you're in great shape, by the way. If I were to ask you, do you want to level up and probably rock a Jason Statham kind of physique? I mean, he's a legend, of course. Get the rockboard abs, get leaner, get stronger. Would you choose that if you could? No. Interest in it.
No.
Kyun? Been there, done that type, or?
Been there, done that at some point of time. Been there, done that. And it doesn't last unless you put that as your core focus. That's not my purpose of life. So workout and physical fitness is a part of my life. Is it the focus of my life? No. I mean, there are other things that I would invest my time, energy, and efforts on.
Fair enough. Can we do kombucha shots?
Kombucha shots. I'm not a big fan of kombucha, but I can definitely have.
Try?
Of course.
It's such a beautiful drink, this. So good on the gut. Okay, cheers.
Hey, cheers.
Right back at the segue. So, we're going to play a game where we pick up cards and ask each other questions.
Oh, nice. I've always loved card games.
Yeah. So, we stopped at you saying your friends who are 40s have started doing marathons, running, etc. I think, and this comes from a personal experience, this is men's way of really coping with things they can't actually, I won't say express, but have difficulty in understanding or doing, right? So a marathon or any endurance sport or just putting yourself out there to through physical labor. This has been a universal coping mechanism for men. How do you cope with things when things go awry? And that is one. And second is, what two incidents in your life really shook you up? And how did you cope?
So from that coping part, I mean, the one aspect that I mentioned is it's kind of inbuilt now in my life, but at some point of time, I had to make that effort to have habits which are.
जब नहीं थे habits, जैसे चलो आप, I don't think you would have
I've
had
been
21.
very fortunate that while I've not been that close emotionally at home with my mom,
You haven't been
I
close.
haven't been very close to her emotion because my mom's from that generation where they don't hug you. They, you know, it's
Really?
that generation that didn't
But your mom-
show love.
Three children.
I've had some extremely good influences, and I think growing up, one in Bangalore and two being at the right place at the right time. Remember, I was a debater. I used to participate in a lot of these debates at Cotton's and then later on when I was in college from Mounts and Joseph's everywhere. I've had mentors, and now I realize that it's almost like a fad. I'm talking about people that I've met when I was in my teens, and my mentor is still my mentor. I think at different stages of my life, both personal and professional, I've had the opportunity to have conversations with him. Coincidentally, while he was a very prominent industrialist, he was also a counselor. Right? I think he's working at very deep levels of human psychology. But the good thing for me was that he's been available for me at different times. And my motorcycle and my biking has been an outstanding vent for. So there are times that I know I've done that multiple times. I was in my college when I was in student politics and we were doing one massive strike. If I was not doing what I'm doing now, I would have been in politics. You know, I was leading a delegation of 4,000 college students to go to the governor's office. To go to his residence to give a memorandum. And I was told the cops are going to be there. They're going to lathi charge, and then they're going to pick up the top leaders. And I was one of the top guys. I was the guy who actually organized this entire thing for all the engineering colleges of Bangalore. And I just went away.
You went?
Yeah, in the morning, I got them all organized and I just walked away from there. I mean, literally walked away from the strike because I could bring it till the strike, but then after that, I had to walk away. And that's the time I took my bike and went. I literally went. And I didn't, and I think I'd done almost a 4-day bike trip. I didn't even know where I was going.
Just took your bike and went?
Yeah.
Which bike was this?
That time it was a Yamaha RX 100. It's quite a legendary bike, apparently.
Dhoni ka bhi favorite.
Yeah.
Now you don't get it, right?
Yeah, you don't get that bike. But then later I became a Harley boy and I've done a lot of, so I do a lot of long rides. I do a lot of endurance ride and that helps me. I'm also a part of the entrepreneur organization. As a part of the entrepreneur organization, the YPO and EO, we're in forums. So I have 8 of my
you're
buddies.
the YPO?
Yeah, I'm a part of the EO, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And my buddies, now these are 7 other extremely successful entrepreneurs as a part of my forum. From the past 13 years, every single month, we meet and spend half a day together. They're my personal board of directors.
Discussing problems in
We discuss both personal and professional. So all my professional decisions over the past 13 years, now 14th year, and my personal decisions, right? And I've seen a divorce, I've seen a remarriage, I've seen children, I've seen all of that in these 13, 14 years. I've moved from multiple careers and different kinds of work that I do. And these guys have been there to listen to me and they know everything about me for the past 13, 14 years, once a month in an organized, structured manner. And I've not been late once in these 14 years. We start at 3, I am there at 3, everybody else is there at 3.
You've had 2 partners?
I've had 2.
What do you feel about, would you want another partner now? A part of you or in the years to come? I'm sorry, this is a layered question because you have 2 daughters also.
The interesting thing, and I think we've now matured both with my friends and as well as my spouse. When you meet and we all evolve, remember, we all grow. Right? With every passing month and year, you are growing. And at times as partners, as couples, you grow apart. And there's nothing wrong with that. The fact that you need to accept the fact that you can grow apart. 2 good people may not necessarily make a good couple. What is important is if you want to remain in that relationship, if you want to remain as that partner or a couple, is for you to figure out commonalities while you are growing. Because naturally you're going to grow apart. That's how nature has designed us. It's like a branch of a tree. One's growing here, one's growing there. You are a part of the tree. So you will find dichotomy in that. But can you figure out commonalities? So a lot of things can be commonalities. Social and societal interactions can be commonalities, and both of us enjoy that. You might enjoy a movie, you might enjoy outdoors or traveling, you might enjoy good food. So there are a lot of those pieces that keep getting you back. And then you have commonalities and you have diversions as well. That relationship will last.
So it's very important to, one, understand the commonalities.
And work towards
This
it.
needs to be
Oh,
stronger
you have
than
to
the
put in a lot of effort. This is like
diversions.
you put both relationships as well as hiring for the organization. Oh my God, you need to put so much. I think I put more effort sometimes on my team than on my daughters. You need to put in that
You've got to
effort.
vacillate, right?
Yeah, so
Building
you
both.
need to put in that effort. Relationships don't come, they don't evolve naturally. They happen naturally, they can happen,
But you have to
but
keep
they
putting
don't
effort.
evolve naturally. No. You need to put in an effort. Yep,
Cards.
let's start. Oh, you pick up
I
the cards,
picked
is
the
it?
card,
Yeah.
sorry.
Do I pick up and ask you as well? I
Yeah.
think we should, yeah.
You should. Describe a man you love, not respect, love. What is he actually like? Is this your mentor?
Actually, my dad, I was pretty young when I lost him.
How young were you?
I was 17, 18.
Okay.
Pretty young. And you look back, right? And and also there was a separation between my mom and my dad.
Oh, wow.
Right. So the last few years we were not living together. But he was
you were
very
with
good
mom or
with
you
me.
with mom?
I was with mom. Yeah.
All the kids with mom.
No, all the kids were with mom. But he was wonderful as a person to me. I mean, he might have had his problems with my mom. So
And you, as a 17-year-old, could distinguish that, and you didn't have to
no,
take
I couldn't.
sides.
No, I couldn't.
It's now and after.
Now when I look back, is a lot of times we are a lot more empathetic with our parents when you're much older.
Absolutely, I'm feeling that now. Yeah.
Because you tend to think of all this, you think they're so stupid or dumb or insensitive, all those words that you associate with your parents. And then when you grow much older, you tend to start empathizing and, wow, I mean, how did they manage to do that at that age?
You're faced with the same
you're
problems,
faced with
right?
the
You
same-
understand
yeah,
the problems.
That's very
And the problem is not in the moment. Like for you, fatherhood, you'll have to go through a phase of your kids not listening to you. So
Yeah.
you're playing the longer game of
Yeah, it's
choosing your
tough.
battles, right?
It's very tough.
And so
So that's the person I would
And why-
rate
what
as something that
exactly would you
He was
love
just
about-
such a gentle soul, and everyone that I've spoken about, I mean, who knew him, and I've spoken to them, his friends, his relatives, my mom's side family also. I mean, just the adulation and the love that they have for him, and the anecdotes that I get to hear
Yeah.
about who he was, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, so I lost my dad when I was 2. The only way I remember is when his friends now meet me and they can't
Yeah,
stop
that's the only
talking.
memories, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and it's
come.
beautiful to hear that. Is now I realize I've got so many of my best
Memories of him.
memories and best visceral features from him and not mom. So I can tell her, you didn't do anything. It's his genes. वो तो कह रही थी सब credit तो माँ ले रही थी ना अभी तक. But
Yeah.
it's beautiful to see them, and that generation of friendships and how they help people is so beautiful. I love that. It's nothing was.
It's tough, I partly relate to you because for you it is far more challenging than for me. But I still live, and I'm sure you can relate to it. So when you see somebody who's in their 50s, they and see them with the family, I still get very emotional.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, there's sort of a soft spot for
Yeah.
fathers and elder people, like granddads or grandparents.
I have a very soft spot for those men
I really love them.
because I didn't have them in my life, so maybe that's and I still relate to it.
Did you grow up celebrating anything because you had a broken family then? Did you celebrate like the festivals or something, or you never had?
Oh, yes.
You did?
I've had an amazing childhood.
Okay.
Even my teenage years. And then when I look back, I think I've had, while there were a lot of challenges, typical middle class Bangalore family, there were always, you had a lot more things that you desired than you could afford. That's how we grew up. But when I look back, I think it was brilliant. Both my schooling days, my college days were very, very good. So celebrations was a large part of our lives, both religious, the Eids and birthdays. And so there was a lot of celebration. Let me ask you this question. Okay. Call a man right now. And
I just did.
You
Do I
did?
have to?
are you going to call me and tell me?
I don't have your number. I take it after the date usually. Okay.
Okay. Shall I pick up another one?
No, can I? This was supposed to be for you.
Yeah.
Can you do this? Can you call up a man
You want
right
me
now?
to? Let me get me. Okay.
Okay, we'll keep this
The
first.
last time you asked for help.
Last time I asked for help, I don't usually ask for help.
You don't?
I don't. I have to work
Never?
out. I mean, not something important, right? I can ask for someone to like pick up groceries or something on the way, but not like something that's really problematic to me. I feel I gotta.
You've got it sorted.
No, I don't have.
You're
to
in
sort it.
control.
I feel I need to be in control. I feel I need to first rationalize it to a point where there's no emotional charge, and then maybe I can talk about it. But
Is it someone that you can just talk without looking for a solution? Do you just say, "Hey, listen, this is what I'm going through"?
maybe after I've rationalized it, not in the moment.
And that rationalization, how long does it take?
I'd say at least a night's rest, if not more, a couple of days at least, till you're not. I'm a very upper guy, so I love to be in the moment, or love to be, just having a great time, bantery, whatever it is. Till I don't hit that spot where I'm comfortable being myself, I don't really talk about it because I don't think people can help, or at least I want to be in a position to know what's wrong. Because sometimes when I'm talking about it, I don't even know what the problem is. It's never that one thing, right?
So you kind of frame and understand your situation before you even
Yeah,
step up.
I've started therapy now.
Oh, you
I do bring that up with her.
The therapist.
Yeah, but not as much. Again, that's also from a place once I can talk in a way where she understands it. It's just not a random
But
thing.
still, you're a very evolved soul that way.
Piscean, no? Piscean.
Because I think a lot of boys that I would know would kind of even deny that it's happening in the first place. You want to at least sleep over it, understand it, and then maybe at some point of time talk to somebody or even the counselor. I think the challenge for a lot of boys and men is that they don't even. They just freeze it. They have freezers compartmentalized in their mind.
Yeah, like you can see it.
Yeah, they're filled
After
with.
but like, kya ho gaya? Like, what happened, dude? We're fine now. Like, did you get a text? Then they start talking about something. But yeah, it also comes from a place of, hey, grown up with a single mother. You've seen her going through a lot. And as a kid, I don't have any siblings. So as a kid, what you want to do is make her smile or give her a sense of joy, but you can't comprehend.
What did your mom do? Was she working her profession?
She had to, yeah.
Of course. Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Educate karna tha na gadhe ko.
Huh.
She was in HR, she was consulting.
She was in the corporate life.
Life, but she also knew Japanese. So she used to translate all books back and forth. So AI नहीं होता था ना, माँ होती थी. She taught me Japanese.
Japanese,
But I
with the
didn't
books.
सीखा ही नहीं मैं. दो थप्पड़ मारे मैं सीखना बंद कर दिया मैंने. But yeah, so she used to do that. And she used to work really hard, right, to get food on the table. And then you were a kid who was not good at academics, and the only way you could get validation was through marks. So as a kid, I couldn't really give her that sense of joy, and I didn't understand what depression meant.
What does she think about you now? She thinks you've done something worthwhile.
I think for me the biggest compliment I got it very recently was very randomly. I said, hey, I'm stressed about something. This is happening. This deal is happening. All that jazz. She's like, beta, why are you stressed? And coming from mom is a big thing.
Yeah.
And she's always stressed. And she said, I'm so proud of you. Why do you do? And that I froze.
Wow. Yeah.
It's never come to me. Never has she's just taken my case. She said that, and then I realized how much it meant to me. I mean, all these years, those 3-4 words, I just felt that day itself that I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do, because the biggest task has been done. And that's been done because I chose to do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
She feels good, but now next thing is family.
बेटा शादी कर लो.
Family banao.
Single से double हो
ये
जाओ.
करो. मैंने कहा वैसे भी बनाओ, but ठीक है. But she's not forcing me. Next question. A time you told yourself, I'm a man, I can do this. I'm a man, I can do this.
I don't know why that term doesn't come in my head very naturally. Be a man, I'm a man. That doesn't come very naturally.
मैंने भी बोला कभी नहीं आता हमारे दिमाग.
I think very, very long time back, I think during my college days, I used to be in my college cultural secretary. I was involved in a lot of these inter-college feuds and politics. And those days, it was quite brutal. We literally fought. and I remember, once getting beaten up really badly.
You've been beaten up?
Yeah. And
Like physically?
by a bunch of
Okay,
some
okay.
10, 12. No, I was also stupid, right? From my school days and up to college, I used to go and learn karate. And I used to come here on CMH Road with Sensei Rakum, who's now become a guru. His name is Sri Rakum Ji now. So he used to be my
Karate this.
karate
Okay.
sensei. And stupidly, I fought with some 4 or 5 guys, and they brought another 8, and I was belted. And the next day, it was
One
like,
second,
I've
sorry.
got
Sorry. There were 8 of them. You were how many?
I fought with 4.
What Dhurandhar game were you playing back in the day?
Yeah, clearly. I fought with 4, and then they brought another 4. They became 8, and I was properly,
Maar khai?
yeah, properly blood all over
Oh,
face
shit.
and all of that. And my mom still doesn't know about it. So the next day, I
Ye sir
went
aane
to my
wala hai,
friend's
dekh lo.
house, and the next day I'm like, come on, let's go get a gang and go back. And thankfully one of my friends, and they calmed me down. And yeah, I think that's the last time. Let be a man, and I'm not going to sit here
No.
and take this shit.
Karate helps.
I had 8 years of karate training.
It helps. It's not
yes,
just for-
it does. Oh, it helps.
Like,
Big time. Yeah, it does. Even today. Hey, I have one question.
Huh.
What is this? Rank in order, hardest to deal with.
I know the order.
Your own order?
Happiness and love is the hardest to deal with.
Anger, anxiety, and loneliness. Loneliness is easy to deal with?
Third. I mean, you get yourself busy,
So
right?
you find it hardest to deal with happiness and love.
Yeah.
And which would be love or happiness?
Happiness first.
Happiness, love, loneliness,
Anxiety, anger.
anxiety,
Anger is easiest to deal with.
Oh, you know how to deal with anger.
I
that's
don't
what,
get angry.
Oh, that's what you think.
So far, no, I'm not married.
Okay, explain why is happiness.
You can feel other things a lot. Happiness, you don't know how to feel, and what makes, like, it's such a. When do you get happy? What makes you happy? It's a small things, right? It's a very subtle feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, display angry, you can do angry. As an actor, you can do angry.
I can relate to that, and I can give you an experience, empathize with you, and give you an experience. So I've won national awards from the president. I've had 3 presidents give me national awards because I've outlived some of those.
So you can name 3
right?
presidents.
Yeah, definitely 3. So what happened was I've received a national award when I was going through a divorce phase and I was at a low, right? I remember distinctly coming back, and I was at a low not because just,
Of course.
you're not in the happiest state of mind, but you've gone out there, newspapers are talking about you, won an award, and you've come back and you've had dinner with, I think there was, all the film stars and everyone's there because you're also a recipient, and we're all.
Shahrukh tha.
Shah Rukh only got 1, I got 7. So
Hey.
I think that year it was, I think Amitabh Bachchan had won for some award for the Palki. But the point is, when I went back to the hotel, now I've gone back to the hotel, and you're alone. When you don't have someone to share your happiness with, it's just another day.
That is exactly what I was getting at.
But it starts getting bigger and bigger. Like the last time I won an award, we had a big screening at an Inox in Bangalore. I had 200 friends, right, from my school teacher to others coming in, right? I've had my family, my friends there. It's just a different sense of. So you're right. You cannot feel happiness by yourself. You need the world to come together to make
That
you
is
feel
shared thing.
happiness. Yeah.
Orgasms also you can feel by yourself.
But
so you
happiness you can't feel by yourself. Because you don't know what happened. You're like, okay, I'm supposed to be happy. but-
Acting maybe.
yeah.
Happiness and love is the hardest to act. You can't act. Like, you can laugh, you can smile, but showing actual happiness unless you get a pet or something is very difficult, at least for me. I can do other emotions a little deeper.
Yeah, and love can also be such varied, right?
Love
From gestures to small.
action. Love is more action oriented, right? It's more in the actions than, hey, I love you.
That's what you think. That's why you're not in love.
I'm a lust guy. All right, so we will close this segment out
Okay.
on this one. Call a man right now and say, I love you, darling.
That's my mentor. Let me see if he picks up the phone. And
Who I said?
Mr. Patel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's doing something very interesting these days.
Tails are usually
He was running a very prominent industry in Bangalore.
Heads up for Patel.
Patels are everywhere. Dilip, context. Do you want me on this speaker?
No context. Yeah, speaker.
Dilip, hi.
Yeah, what a surprise. Bolo.
I wanted to tell you that I love you.
Oh, thank you so much. But
Yeah. I was sitting in a event and I just remembered. I thought I should say hi to you.
okay. What event is it?
Patel bhai, kaisa la? Gujarati no. केम छो पटेल भाई मजामा मेरा गुजराती खत्म हो गया सर ये अभी हम डेट पे हैं हम दोनों तो ये बोल रहे थे कि आपकी बहुत याद आ रही थी I said which man can you call up and say you love and he called you up so you must be a very special human being.
Wow.
Yes.
So we were doing a podcast, Dilip bhai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see me. I'm the guy with 3 buttons down next month.
All right.
Just like my profile, huh? Patel sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank
Dilip bhai, I'll talk to you again. Thank you so much. And thank you for just being there all my life. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Bye, Dilip bhai.
Solid है ना?
Solid man.
Patel
अरे
solid.
इसने क्या क्या सीख दिया मुझे. Just at the right time in my life, he's a man of very few words. He doesn't talk too much.
Interesting.
So I've had 2 or 3 times in my life when his words would ring. You know, when I first did my event, I was expecting about 200 odd people to turn up. This was St. Joseph's Auditorium.
What event was this?
This was a personality workshop on personality development for school and college students. That was my first ever work that I did. And it's an auditorium of 400-500 seats, and I was expecting about 250 people to turn up because I worked for it for 2-3 months. 16 turned up. Can you imagine 16 people sitting in an auditorium of 500?
घर जाओ और क्या?
And I had called him as a guest of honor to do the inauguration.
I know what was he back then?
That time he was running this industry called add-on engineering. He was a very
Okay.
famous Rotarian and he was into multiple things. Very, very well known in the older circles of Bangalore. He's into
Patel bhai.
corporate training. Yeah, Dilip Patel, yes. And he came in there and I was standing outside the auditorium. I think I was looking very sad and dejected and he said that, Kya hua? So what happened, Sultan? You hear him, right? He's 70s, late 70s and still he's got that spark in his voice. And I said, Dilip bhai, I'm sorry, but I'm very disappointed that only 16 people have turned up. So he said, oh, only 16 have turned up. He said, yes. So what do you want to do? I'm thinking I'll cancel it. Then he looked at me and tapped my shoulder and said that the show must go on.
And when you have that,
The show is still going on.
मेरा part काट दो. Close.
So you go on and on and on. And I've run the largest events for children this country has seen over these 20, 30 years. This is so much fun.
Yes, done. Lovely chat.
Yeah.
This has been somewhere where I have to go back and take a lot of notes. Baki some I was trying to just go with the flow, but this one, I'll have to watch this. And it's a complete one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love the idea and
All her.
thank you, Asha, for putting this.
Thank you for doing this. Genuinely was really, really good.
Lovely. Good job.
How do you like this?